Good morning, everyone. Today's topic is themes of research and application from your book Psychology, Ncert, Class 11. First of all, let me ask you a small question. Have you ever thought what psychologists do? What actually they try to explore? How so many ideas come in their mind? How do they research? And how this research is used or applied, and where it is applied. So let's try to find out these answers from this topic, themes of research and applications. Research means to explore something and to derive results out of those findings, then establishing theories out of those results. What is application? Application is to apply those theories on a person just to treat himself or herself, or to test our theories whether they are applicable or useful or not. So, in psychology, two things are prominent. First is research, means psychologists try to find out the solutions of the given problems, like how mind works, how people behave differently. So, psychologists try to use their knowledge and make theories and then formulate many things which are very helpful for mankind. So, they apply this knowledge for various purposes. What are those themes on which psychologists work? In your book, 5 themes are given. We'll discuss them one by one. So, first theme is psychology, like other sciences, attempts to develop principles of behavior and mental processes. First and foremost function of psychology is to develop principles of behavior and mental processes, means to study about behavior and mental processes, to develop theories and facts about behavior and mental processes, means how behavior and mental processes work. So for this, you have to explain some points. These are, first is understanding and explanation of behavior and mental processes. First and foremost attempt of psychology is to understand and then explain how behavior is differed. Why we find so many different behaviors at the same time. Why people behave differently, or mental processes, means how our mind works differently, means anything related to mind and behavior. First, to understand and then to explain. This is the first attempt in psychology. Then, second is to draw conclusions which are supported by data. So, the conclusions which are drawn should be supported by scientific rules so that psychologists may prove whatever conclusions or results they have drawn are actually true. So, data should be collected first, then all means of collection of information that should be scientific should also be collected. Data can be collected by self-reports, observations, interviews, etc. This we'll discuss in detail later on. So, whatever conclusions are drawn, they should have relevant data with them. Okay, then third point is to design and conduct experiments or studies under controlled conditions. Means some experiment is conducted to know how mind works on various people. It could be conducted on animals also. For example, in classical conditioning, we'll discuss this in detail. So this experiment could be conducted on human beings as well as animals also. So whatever experiment is done should be in controlled conditions. For example, while conducting an experiment, how mind works, external conditions should be similar for similar kind of people, like temperature, number of questions asked, etc. So it should be controlled in the absence of uncontrolled, in the absence of controlled conditions. Experiments are not considered scientific. Then, fourth point is to develop general principles about behavior and mental processes. So, after conducting experiments, main purpose is to develop principles, means to develop rules or facts which help to explain a particular phenomenon. So here we can relate behavior of various people before and after due to these particular principles. So psychologists develop principles also. And next point is application, means then the conclusions are drawn on the basis of such studies which applies to everybody and are universal. And whatever conclusions or results are drawn by the study, that should be universal, means it should be applicable to everyone. For example, I conducted a study on like we feel energetic after taking a sound sleep. So the results which I will draw should be universal, means everyone in this earth should have the same feeling. If not, then this study is of no use. It should suit everyone on an average. Okay, now switch on to the next theme. That is theme number 2. Human behavior is a function of the attributes of persons and environment. It means psychologists study on another theme, that is human behavior is the functions of attributes, means his or her characteristics or habits and his or her surrounding environment. So behavior is dependent upon two things. First is attributes and second is environment. Here one equation is proposed by Kurt Lewin. B is equal to FPE. B means behavior and F means functions. P means person's attribute and E means environment. So Let's discuss this. We all behave differently in same situation. Why it happens? Because we all have different attributes. We vary in our qualities and characteristics. And second is environment also varies where we have brought up. So due to our varied characteristics and varied environment, we behave differently. So first point is behavior is the product of person and his or her environment. And second point is each person vary in intelligence, interest, value, aptitude, and characteristics. So all have different intelligent levels. Some are intelligent in drawing and painting. Some solve mathematical problems so quickly. We all have different interests. Also means some are interested in watching movies and some are interested in watching documentaries. So similarly, our values are also different. So all other characteristics also vary in all individuals. Based on this, next point is differential psychology. Differential psychology is the branch of psychology which focuses on individual difference. Means why people behave differently, why we all are different, why we find a lot of varieties in attributes in various personalities. But one thing should be kept in mind that core psychological processes are universal. Means main processes which are happening in our mind are common. Only outer behavior is different. Means inner processes are same, like neurons transmit information, our brain works in a similar manner, still behavior is different. So on the basis of this topic, next comes effect of heredity and environment. What is the role of heredity and environment on our behavior? Heredity means the traits we inherit from our parents, like color of skin, color of hair, height. And environment means we get influenced by the environment where we live. Means if we are obese and all the people living around us are health conscious, then automatically we also try to make ourselves like them. So environment also plays important role in our behavior. Still studies are going on whether environment affects our behavior or heredity. So next we'll discuss theme number 3, that is human behavior is caused. All human behaviors can be explained in terms of causes which are internal and external. And second point is there is no one cause of behavior. Okay, let's discuss this. It means that people behave differently due to some internal causes, means due to stress, happiness, etc. Or external causes or stimuli, means outer environment. Only two factors are there, either internal or external. And next point is not only one cause, means all causes are interlinked. Means if you feel happy in a given situation, then There is no one cause of your happiness. You link this cause to various other causes also. Then ultimately you feel happy. For example, suppose your boss doesn't like you, and you have found so many experiences that in many situations the same thing is happening again and again. Suddenly, your boss started liking your work and started appreciating you. Then you feel happy. In this situation, you are feeling not because of work done by you, but because your boss appreciated you due to your good work. And you try to link this happiness with your past also, that in previous job also you were appreciated like this. So you link many causes at the same time for your behavior, that is happiness. So we cannot say that there is only one cause of our behavior. All are interlinked. Next theme is theme number 4, that is understanding of human behavior is culturally constructed. Mostly psychologists believe that many theories and models, for example, theories of attention, or you can say models of learning or anything, all are based on Euro-American in nature. Means the theories were created either in Europe or America, which suits people living in that area only. All the psychologists say, any name like, for example, Freud, Skinner, William James, etc., all are either European or American. So they have made all the theories based on their culture only. How can they make any theory based on our culture, as they do not know anything about our culture? So a lot of differences were found. For example, meaning of open-mindedness is different in our culture and their culture. Meaning of freedom is different. Meaning of education is different. Meaning of lifestyle is different. So everything is different. So these do not help us in understanding behavior in other cultures like Asian, Africans, etc., as they have made all the theories based on the people living in that particular area, as thinking of those people is totally different as compared to people living in Asia or Africa. So, what's the solution? Many psychologists have developed many theories according to their own culture. Like in India also, many psychologists have developed Indian culture-based theories. One more critic was claimed by feminists that psychology offers a male perspective and ignores the perspective of women. Who are feminists? Feminists are people who support feminism. And feminists criticize that all the theories and models were made according to all males, as these theories also were developed by maximum males. You will read further also that maximum psychologists were males. Very few were females who proposed the psychological theories. So only male perspective was more prevalent than female perspectives. Males can only show their perspective only. They could not understand from females' point of view. That's how they means feminists, criticized that the theories ignored the perspective of females as the problem which females are suffering from, males could not even understand this. So how could they formulate theories? So this theme is also on debate and still work is going on regarding this. Means theories should be based on common perspectives of male and female both. Next theme is theme number 5. Human behavior can be controlled and modified through the application of psychological principles. Means human behavior can be controlled and changed also through the application of principles of psychology. So question here arises, why? Why there is a need to change the behavior? First reason may be to improve the quality of life. For quality of life means removal of certain difficulties or adverse conditions. For example, removal of stress with application of principles of psychology. So here behavior is tried to control, or you can say behavior is tried to modify or change. This is what actually psychologists do. Second reason is psychologists make certain interventions into the lives of needy people. Means to make interventions in people's life means to change certain things in life so that their quality of life is improved. Interventions means action taken to improve certain disorder. This is the role of psychologists. Basically, with the help of counseling or meditations, they try to remove the daily life problems, or with some therapies, they try to improve the lifestyle of people. That's why this subject has become so popular, because these subjects help normal or innocent people. Whatever is studied in this subject helps other people to improve their lives, to change their behavior, to modify it, and to control the unwanted situations in life. Still people think or that only mads need psychologists, or if you visit any psychiatrist then you are abnormal. So still perspective towards psychologists or psychiatrists in India is not changed. Only educated people know their importance in life. Thus several independent branches of psychology have emerged that try to use psychological theories, principles, and facts to diagnose and resolve problems. For example, education, health, environment, etc. We have discussed so many branches in last topic, which are based on minute and small things, which are diagnosing the problem and then try to solve those problems. So all this come under fifth theme, that is control and modification of behavior. So we have discussed total 5 themes, means mostly research work in psychology is based on above discussed themes. So if you have any doubt, you can comment me or you can ask on my personal number also. Thanks for watching.